Hey, Agamatsu. Next time, before you do something like this, pull my beads out because you clearly want to fuck me with how much bullshit you put in this update. And am I really this mad? No, I'm doing it for engagement bait. Yes, I do engagement bait. I know, shocker. Ooh. But realistically, there's so many better ways Agamatsu could have nerfed heavy weapon. Primarily, you know, it's a weapon where like you use an uppercut where you kick them up in the air, maybe reduce the damage because like you're not using your sword, and on top of the fact that by nerfing uppercut swing speeds by 0.15, you do completely nothing for heavy weapon and ganks, and then now you're gonna use it to justify nerfing heavy weapon again. And when I say it does absolutely nothing for heavy weapon, I mean quite literally it does nothing for heavy weapon. If you go and play main game, which I've been playing a lot of main game recently, but you'll notice it's my region, right? We check the ping, right? Where's ping? Where's the ping button? Performance stats. 42 ms in my own regions, right? Now that's pretty good because they did some optimization, and my Roblox closed. I don't even know why. I'm gonna reopen it. But they did do some optimization, right? That's the important bit. Why I personally think the optimization is more important than quote-unquote nerfing heavy? Primarily because Agamatsu didn't even nerf heavy in this update. He just completely gutted it. And like, if you really think about it, the problem in ganking was that people would be high ping, so whenever they're playing the game, they would have issues parrying heavy because of the high ping, which is why in Chimes heavy weapon underperformed medium weapon and light weapon, because it wasn't like low ping, or it was high ping in Overworld but not in Chimes. So that makes the problem. The problem isn't the fact that the ping is necessarily entirely bad in main game, or, well actually kinda is the point. That's the main problem. The ping in main game is atrocious, meaning builds with like good shaky combos that do a lot of damage, especially heavy weapons, could get away with some bullshit, which they shouldn't be able to do. Now, is this necessarily Agamatsu's fault? No, he's been coding on Lua. It's kind of difficult to code on Lua, so I'm not even gonna like get mad at him too much about that. But the part that really gets me annoyed is the fact that he quite literally decided to nerf heavy weapon when nobody really asked for the nerfs. We can go to the polls channel. Where's the polls channel? Let's see. Not a single person. Okay, let's see. Not a single person. Like, there was no poll saying we need to nerf heavy uppercuts even more. Not a single person clicked yes or no because they did no poll for this. They just did this. Now, obviously, heavy weapon could be nerfed more. Yeah, but let's just go on heavy weapon real quick, and just for perspective, exhaustion strike, which used to be nigh unreactable because it was a 0.45 swing, got nerfed by 0.05 and became reactable. So by them nerfing, like, and the thing is, exhaustion strike was reactable. It was just if you're in higher ping or you're fighting somebody on heavy, there's a good chance you'd be more adjusted to the slower swing, or you just wouldn't be able to parry it as easily. Now, this is a whole 0.15. 0.15 is a lot. Now, if we see, this is, like look at this uppercut. That's pretty crazy. Like, right there, that's a lot of downtime. And then, I try to do the back hit uppercut. Let's see if I can even do it. That's a lot of downtime. Now, had they nerfed it by 0.5, or maybe 0.1, that would, or not even 0.5, but 0.05. That would be different, because 0.05 would make it kind of fair, because now it's the same speed as a medium weapon. Keep in mind, a lot of people seem to argue, oh yeah, but every time you use a heavy uppercut, you get free damage. One, that's not the case, and two, even if that is the case, everybody already knows heavy uppercuts has a 3-second cooldown. So by you saying that they're gonna spam heavy uppercuts no matter what, and heavy is reliant on the uppercuts, they will not be using the M1s, they will be using exclusively the uppercuts. And then that means, you already know, oh, it's gonna be faster than their M1s. But no, nobody thinks, right? And it seems kind of like, oh yeah, I'm going after everybody. No, I'm really not trying to. I'm just bringing up the fact that it's very frustrating that Agamatsu decides to nerf uppercuts. Like, Okay. Stop that. But he tries to nerf uppercuts, and it's so bad. Cause if he'd done any other nerf like this to light or medium, because primarily people play light and medium, everybody will be up in arms like, oh, Agamatsu, you nerfed light weapon too much. You nerfed medium weapon too much. And matter of fact, just to prove all of this bullshit, and that heavy weapon is very clearly the most skilled thing in the whole game, especially right now, because the nerfs, I am going to make the most bullshit build possible, but it has light and medium weapon, and I already looked at the stats, and based off the stats, I can see it's gonna be stupid just because it has the light weapon and the medium weapon. Keep in mind, I spent 190 points into weapon. 190. And the build is still going to be strong because it's light and medium. Now, if I were to dump 100 into heavy weapon and then another extra like 80 into like I have 100 heavy and then like 80 light, that would be good because it has light. I could run light with punishment or something like that. Heavy is not that crazy, especially right now. Now, if I can, I'm gonna attempt to, but if I can, I'm going to try to get 6 Lukes in a discussion. I don't know if he will get in a discussion with me, or even Agamatsu. If I could get a discussion with Agamatsu, or like 6 Lukes, or maybe both of them at the same time, if you could do that, that'd be great. Like, if you know either of them, and you could like reach out for me and say, hey, Darksteel wants to talk to you guys, that'd be great. But please don't be annoying, please don't spam Agamatsu. Also, I feel like this is pretty obvious. He's gonna make some bad updates and some good updates. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of the update, but don't go out of your way sending like curses to Agamatsu. That's my job. Anyhow, thank you for watching this video. I know it's gonna be short, but I gotta work on some other videos. Anyhow, thank you. Thank you.